Look, I honestly stopped paying attention to the kits for The Sims 4 a long time ago. I think the last one I purchased was Chef Hustle. Oh no, wait, was that a kit or a game pack? It was a stuff pack, it seems. Back in the day when stuff packs still existed. Like, honestly, the messiness in The Sims 4 DLCs and content packs is the definition of chaos. They do game packs and then they don't do it anymore. They do stuff packs and then they don't do it anymore. Obviously, and no one can change my mind about this, sorry. I can't help but think that they just downgraded the entire thing, making game packs into expansion packs with less content and gameplay for a higher price. And then they sliced down stuff packs into kits because they realized that kits could really just include objects, not even gameplay elements. Clear as the light of day. But besides that, let's move on to this video's topic because, as I was saying at the beginning, I haven't been paying too much attention until the most recent kits for The Sims 4 came out because, honey, what the hell are they doing? So the latest kits are a kitchen clutter kit, a kit about restoration, and one about fashion. Is the Sims 4 team okay? Like, why don't they go ahead and give us a kit about vehicles? That would be a kit people might actually get excited about. Give us new bicycles, motorbikes, maybe even a skateboard or a scooter. Yes, I am excluding cars because we all know they would never put cars under such a small paywall. If cars ever come to The Sims 4, they will have their own expansion pack for sure. I mean, these guys literally put death behind a paywall. It's obvious cars would need their own expansion. But okay, let's leave my ideas on what would make a great kit to the side. Because my thing is, didn't The Sims 4 just release an expansion pack called Businesses and Hobbies? And they couldn't include the restoration objects in that pack? Like, isn't restoring stuff a hobby that could become a small business? They literally say it in the description of the kit. This kit includes 4 antique appliances, a microwave, coffee maker, refrigerator, and stove in need of a little TLC. Sims with the handiness skill can go to work restoring them to their former glory and making them functional again. Create a workshop that will inspire Sims to improve their skills. This space has modular shelves, so you'll need ample storage, plus interactive objects like a water heater, fuse box, floor fan, and woodworking bench. Come on! Wouldn't this fit perfectly in hobbies and businesses? Now, the new kit is kitchen clutter, and first of all, how many overhauls to cooking is this game going to get? And this is coming from someone who enjoys the cooking skill and cooking adjacent activities in The Sims games very much. But how much more clutter in the kitchen will the players need? But okay, to be fair, this is the kit I have less questions about because although it seems the majority of the objects sold with this kit are very much linked to family gameplay, and we've had so many different attempts at elevating family gameplay in The Sims 4, I think clutter objects is probably one of the themes that makes more sense to me when it comes to getting a kit, as in an ensemble of objects. Plus, we had only one previous kitchen-related kit, so, I mean, unless you consider everyday clutter could have brought these objects to the game, because honestly, it should have. And last but not least, let's talk about my favorite kit, Give Grandpa a Humiliating Toupee Kit. Listen to this. With these fashions, elder Sims will be able to express their individuality in understated ways. There are styles for gardening and working out, as well as comfortable clothes for everyday life. Honey, what do they mean by express their individuality? Everyone knows The Sims 4 is the title in the franchise that completely disregards any life stage that isn't young adult or adult, and honestly, I feel elders are the ones who get overlooked the most when it comes to the gameplay. And okay, you may say, what harm does it make to have a kit with clothes dedicated to elders? And of course, no harm done here, it's just a bunch of creative sim items, sure. But please level with me a second. Isn't it kind of silly to have basically no dedicated gameplay features when it comes to elders? And please don't come and tell me about life and death and the heirlooms and wills. Girl, I'm talking about things that elders can do specific to them that don't have anything to do with their death, you know? Honey, we got a game pack and an expansion pack all about family gameplay, yet if you play the game today with those 2 packs installed, you'll notice there's not much room for Sims who have become elders. I don't know, I just feel it would be nice to have kids that actually bring new stuff to the game instead of seeing the same old formula that only brings money to EA's pockets. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, babe. I can't be the only one who's getting bored and honestly saturated with the amount of leftovers content they put into kids. But also, I was doing some sleuthing online and reading users' comments on The Sims Instagram page when it comes to these new kids. You know, just to read what's the general takeaway from the community. And I've noticed some people expressing their approval of kids by saying kids are very helpful in terms of giving modular options rather than just one fixed way of building your library. Like it's a positive thing that you're given fragments of features that you can choose to buy because this gives people the freedom to build the experience they want with the game. And honestly, I found this perspective interesting at first. The comment mentioned an example by saying that if the Sims 4 team came up with the kids' tea potty kit, people would say it should have been part of parenthood or growing together, but at the same time, having it as a kit would allow people who enjoy family gameplay to buy it and have it in their game, and at the same time, people who don't want it wouldn't have to buy it. Because ultimately, this is about the player's freedom to like and purchase these packs or dislike and not purchase these packs. Again, at first I was like, could this be it? Is this content system just a tool to give nuances to each player's experience? But then I remembered who's proposing this funny scheme to us. And I remembered it's a mega corporation. And then I remembered my funny years working in corporate and how important it is over there to turn negatives into positives, to justify the customer's complaints with, well, if you hate it so much, don't buy it, to talk about modular experiences because ultimately a modular experience gives an illusion of customization that most of the times only means customers will have to pay each minuscule slice of the pie instead of getting a decent sized slice for a fair price. It's all in the corporate gaslighting, honey, and nobody is safe from it. We actually experience it all of the time, and the tricky thing about it is, in order to justify your will to bend to whatever shit option you're provided because you need or you like the actual product, you will gaslight yourself into believing the message you're given, even if there's no ultimate gain for you in doing that. You'll tell yourself, kits for The Sims 4 are good. They are modules to your game. They are packs you buy only if you want them because you don't need them really. You just like or need or want one of the things in it. The rest of the objects that ship with the pack are like gifts because you paid for that one object you really wanted in the pack and you're okay with that. That's freedom, that's beautiful, that's normal. But the thing is, I am absolutely not sitting here to tell you it's wrong to buy these kits, that you shouldn't buy them even if you want them because you're being corporate gaslit. Girl, buy the kits, dress your elder Sims in these new clothes, do the restoration, play the game however you want. At the same time, my question is, why justify EA's predatorial tactic with these fucking kits? Like, why? To go back to the comment we looked at before, let's use the example that was given here with the kid about the tea party for kids. Is it really fair that if I enjoy family gameplay and I have already purchased Parenthood and I have already purchased Growing Together, I will need to purchase a kit if I want one kids-related gameplay object? Is it really fair? Especially considering it's not like Parenthood and Growing Together brought that much content to the game, enough for me to say, okay, I'll pay for the tea party set because the previous two family gameplay packs had so many new things in them, it's okay if this specific object wasn't there. Look, The Sims 3 received one family gameplay expansion pack, Generations, but Generations didn't include the lemonade stand, which is recognized as a family gameplay object because only children use it. If you wanted that, you had to download it from the Sims 3 store and pay for it. However, Generations was an insanely good pack with so many gameplay features and new objects, and it was one expansion pack. Also, let's be honest here, if I like family gameplay, I probably got all the Sims 4 packs on the subject, and if there's a kit about kids' tea parties, I'll probably get that as well. But if I am not a family gameplay person, I won't get the packs and I won't get the kits. So rather than an option on which add-ons to have in the game, ultimately the decision of putting part of related content behind another paywall seems to only milk more money out of the people who like that gameplay style. Wouldn't it be smarter to make freaking good expansion packs with enough content in them to be interesting even to people who don't necessarily play with all the features? They might not care about one of the features but want another one and still pay for the expansion pack. If that was the case, then they could use other content types like game packs or stuff packs to explore different subjects. A more niche subject or one that justifies giving objects only. Again, a theme for a kit that would be well received could be small vehicles, like bicycles, skateboards, and scooters. You get it if you're interested in these objects. If you don't get it, you'll still have bicycles and boats in other packs, and that's it. What I'm trying to say here is that many people misunderstand the issue other people have with these kits. The problem is that expansion packs aren't worth the price because they're half-baked, because the content that used to be one pack now needs to be divided into many smaller pieces. And no, it's not because it's so much it wouldn't fit in one pack. It's because it makes more money to charge you for one expansion, one game pack, and several kits, rather than just for one expansion pack only. The content of My First Pet should have been in Cats and Dogs. They could have called the expansion pack Pets if they did that. The content of Toddler Stuff or Elder Fashion, Golden Years should have been all part of Growing Together or Parenthood. That is the problem. These add-ons are lazy and their themes have started to become redundant. You can play The Sims 4 and still think the team needs to do better. That is some real respect for the freedom of choice. Well, honey, I've put my opinions in this video and thank you so much for listening to some deranged thoughts about these new kits for The Sims 4. But please, do let me know your take on this new trio, and if you've tried them, let me know your thoughts and if you enjoyed the content. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and feel free to do the same to the subscribe button for more on the past, present, and future of life simulation video games. Thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Lady Drama and I hope I'll see you very soon.